himself, bro. Like that's what people don't realize about it. AI definitely made a name for himself, and he was positive in the NBA. And to this day, he's still a positive person in life because he be with Kwame Brown and stuff, and he like I don't know why I call this man a bust. I'm gonna tell you what a bust is. Jamarcus Russell is a bust. He's the biggest thief in history, and Greg Odom, they're like the biggest thieves in history when it came to sports. They took
Well, I don't know. I think what I will say about what I'm saying, Jamarcus Russell. Now I agree with that because Jamarcus Russell. I can't say that right now. Jamarcus Russell, yes, he didn't even want to practice. You know
Nope.
what I'm saying? He didn't want to practice. He didn't want to conform to the NFL. But Greg Oden, he got hurt.
You know what? You right. I give you that because he definitely was trying. He never.
Yeah, I never heard anything about it. Like,
No, I never even heard anything. I never heard anything negative about him or Eddie Curry. Them. They say always kept trying to come back. So yeah, you right on that. I get it out. Yeah, you right.
I kind of put him in the same category as what's my boy who's with the Blazers.
Brandon Roy.
Brandon Roy.
I got his jersey, bro. His jersey back there, bro. When I tell you, I went to the game when I was stationed in Lewis, bro. I went, man. Look, he came back and they played Kobe, bro. So I got to see no shit. Aldridge, Roy, and Kobe on the same court, bro. This was like 2014, I think it was, bro. Heaven. I was in heaven all night, bro. And I tell you, man, look, I brought a Brandon Roy jersey. We came over deployment. I went on NBA.com, ordered a jersey, like got it in 2 days. We had bought our tickets. We was like row 7, bro, at the Portland game, bro. Kobe missed like 2 3-pointers. I'm like, oh, you suck, man, dude. Dude gave me a death stare at the game, bro, and hit like 3 straight and pointed at me. I said, yo, that dude heard me. How can you hear me in this loud ass stadium? You know what I'm saying? Because Brandon Roy just came back off an injury, but you know Brandon Roy was the original Rip City. You know what I'm saying? He was the whole truth for them back then. You know what I'm saying? And I still got it to this day, bro. I'll tell you, I actually got to see them 3 play on the same court at the same time, bro. I was like, and then the Kobe pass, I was like, damn, man.
See, Brandon Roy was my boy from D Rose. Brandon Roy was D Rose before D Rose. Brandon Roy was
the thing. But you know what? What I do like about D Rose, he has rewritten history with the way he plays now. He is.
No, for sure, man. I mean, you know what? You know who? D Rose remind me of Lamar Odom, right?
Yes.
Lamar Odom again was a dog, like athletic craziness.
Mm-hmm.
He ended up getting those knee injuries, and then he had to switch up his game style.
Yep.
He was still effective, but he wasn't the same. You know what I'm saying? He was never the same. Excuse me. Did I say Lamar Odom? I meant Amari Stoudemire.
I knew you talking about. I already knew you talking about. Trust me.
Amari.
I figured he was going with it because I already knew Lamar Odom never really fell off. He just got the NBA and did drugs. We know.
Yeah, excuse me. Amari Stoudemire. Amari was a dog. Like came out of high school.
Came back with them goggles. It was a wrap.
You know what I'm saying? And playing with Steve, but he ended up getting hurting. He ended up injuring his knees.
Mm-hmm.
When he injured his knees, he was never the same. But he still was a very effective.
But you know who I wish could have played longer, but due to who he was in real life, Yao Ming. His body wasn't meant to be that big, but I love to watch Yao Ming play.
See, believe it or not, I thought you was gonna say Steve Francis because when you said due to who he was.
So hold on a minute. So I'm gonna tell you three people I'm not gonna mention ever. T-Mac, Grant Hill, and franchise. Steve Francis. Them 3 right there, I leave them alone. You know why? To me, they were great in there. Like Penny, another person. Penny, bro. Do anybody remember what they did to the Bulls? Like, nobody remember what they was doing in the NBA?
But see, I know you a Jordan fan, right? But I see, like I'm a LeBron fan, but I can also move away from my fandom and tell the truth about the sport. You know what I'm saying?
Sir.
Yeah.
I'm a Dennis Rodman fan for anybody. Let's be that quick.
Wow, that's crazy.
What? You didn't know I was a Dennis Rodman fan?
No, I didn't know you know Robin crazy, man.
Sir.
Lord.
Rodman. This is a signed Rodman jersey, bro. What do you, bro? I have.
You got memorabilia out there,
bro. When I tell you, I have every jersey, but the Dallas Cowboys. I have and his college jersey. I have the Laker one. I have the Pistons, bro. I have his book. I have his pop, bro. I am the biggest Dennis Rodman fan, and I tell you, I love Dennis Rodman, bro, because his whole mentality came in the NBA. When he came to the Pistons, I watched. We was in the Midwest, but that's all we could watch was the Pistons, the Bulls, and the Bucks and shit. And I'm like, yo, who is this dude? Not scared of Jordan. I'm like, yo, who is this dude? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But then I'm so mad right now was what Scottie Pippen is doing. He's making me mad, bro. You're killing your legacy more and more. Stop,
Pippen clout chasing a little bit,
man.
But see, right? I mean, I'm a LeBron fan, so I have to. I won't say I have to, but like I still think Jordan is the GOAT. Let me go ahead and start my comment.
I think we're gonna start doing the eras that make any sense.
Yeah, no, absolutely. But still into this day, if we talking about eras, yes, for sure. Jordan the GOAT in his era, and I have to give it to LeBron right now. But usually they don't do eras. They just say, hey, Jordan's the GOAT.
Because no one talks about Kobe anymore. That's my thing. And
Yeah,
I think Kobe fought harder to get to where he was at than Jordan did.
See, I don't know, man, because honestly, Kobe got 5, but Kobe only got 2 when he was by himself.
No, I'm talking about to get where he was at. Because remember, Kobe was an overseas kid because military.
Yeah, okay.
I'm talking about like pure getting himself to the NBA to high school. That's what I'm talking. No. I'm talking about to get to where he ended up at. You know what I'm saying? Because remember, Kobe used to throw up 40 shots for 40 back in the day. We all know Kobe was shooting a point for a shot. Let's be real. You know what I'm saying, bro? So.
And see, those are some of the small nuances that I don't think people really analyze about LeBron, though.
Mm-hmm.
You got to think about it. LeBron never played a lick of college ball.
Nope.
LeBron has never had a Hall of Fame coach. Tell me a Hall of Fame coach that LeBron has had. For him to be such a savant, for him to be a cerebral player, what coach has he ever had that's a Hall of Fame, like a bona fide Hall of Fame? If you say Spoelstra, you got to think about it. Spoelstra never won anything, wasn't even prominent until he started coaching LeBron.
So my thing with him is what I would do, because I met LeBron in Cleveland as a rookie. My cousin was a club promoter in Cleveland, so that's why I told you I had been to the Doghouse and all that. I went up there when I got a Marine Corps. I got to meet him, and they had an '80s night, so I wore my throwback Jordan jersey, and I get to meet him. He had Larry Hughes, I think it was Eric Snow, a whole bunch of them. He was underage; he couldn't even drink, and I got to talk to him. Without a bodyguard. This is before he big as he is now. This is a new high school kid in the NBA, and I'm talking to him before. This is when the Cleveland Browns was still playing a preseason game, and I remember talking to him, and he was like, "You must be from Chicago." I'm like, "Yeah, why?" Because you got a Jordan jersey on. And he was like, he told me, like, if you get my jersey, I signed it. I'm like, man, you ain't no fucking nobody. Now I know now I'm mad as hell. You know what I'm saying? But I told him at the club, like, and this was when he first got his Powerade deal, because he ended up going down to the NASCAR race and promoting his car. They put his face on the car, that race, whatever. So I met him Friday. He flew down Saturday to NASCAR. Came back Sunday. We had another party he came to. That was a Sky vodka party. And I met him. I actually got to talk to him. The dude just, fuck the sports. Like, talking to this kid, bro. Talking to this kid. He's humble. He's more humble than he comes off on TV. That dude is that's why he's a family man. He is, bro. That's the part I will never take away from him. He is more of a family man than Scottie Pippen, than Michael Jordan, and I go down and list all these other fucking athlete stars. Magic Johnson, I go down all their asses. You know what I'm saying? He's more family oriented. He made sure every move he did, his family was involved. You know what I'm saying? He made sure his family was involved, and that's why I commend him. And he gives back to his community. I give him that. He actually gives back to his community, because Jordan sat quiet for 30 years and say nothing about Chicago, but he was doing so much for Chicago, nobody realized.
And I agree with that. So I think it's like a two-way monster, right? Like, you're just talking about the pure basketball You know what I'm saying? What he brought to the game and his achievements, Jordan is the GOAT. But now when you just talk about the total body of work on the court and off the court, it's nowhere close. Like Jordan and LeBron, like LeBron is here and Jordan is here, right?
He's now, the most physical player, I would say. He's the only person I've seen ever in my life play all 5 positions.
But not only that, I'm talking about off the court stuff right now.
Yeah.
Like, you know, and I know you know better than me what Jordan has done for his community.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because he keep it quiet. But LeBron, stuff that LeBron has done, it's been in the forefront, right? Like,
yep.
Boom, I'm gonna start this school. Boom. Not only am I gonna start this school, I'm gonna make sure only kids of a certain demographic or kids with this economic status can go to this school. You know what I'm saying? So like, I mean, that's big. You know what I'm saying? Speaking out for social justice, like that is huge because at the end of the day, Jordan took the route of, hey, listen, I ain't gonna talk bad against Democrats, other Republicans, because what's his famous line? Republicans buy sneakers too, right?
But you know what the crazy thing is? That's why you remember Craig Hodges. He got blackballed everywhere in life, even Chicago State University. He coached Chicago State after he got out of the NBA because Jordan was standing up for him, and he wasn't even mentioned in the last dance type shit. And this dude was Reggie Miller and Steph Curry for who they were. This dude was killing people in 3-pointers. You know what I'm saying? Larry Bird, he looked up to this man when he was in the NBA. But, that's the crazy thing about it. People don't realize, like, look, man, Jordan, he had the commercials be like Mike. He had the commercials. Everybody would want to be like Mike. But then when you get to see who Mike was, I kind of gravitated more to a Dennis Rodman because you know why? He had the attitude that I had growing up like, yo, fuck this, do it my way or this. Then he started marrying himself and shit. And I still roll with him, but I'm like, yo, what you doing in the dress, bro? Come on, what you doing, man? What you doing with this dress? But I still roll with my man. You know what I'm saying? But that's why I like Dennis Rodman to this day because he's still going to tell you, I did a lot of drugs, a lot of drinking, but I enjoy life. You know what I'm saying? But
exactly, like he did shit his way. You know what I'm saying? And that's commendable.
Yep.
And one thing I will commend Jordan for is during that documentary, he had 100% creative control of it.
Yes.
But he did still bring in, what was going on, with the political climate in North Carolina. Like he put that in the documentary.
You know what?
Like, his mom wanted him to get involved in politics. His mom wanted him to back this candidate. You know what I'm saying? The other guy was clearly a racist, but he was like, nah, that's not me. I'm here for everybody. I ain't here to talk out against nobody, right? Jordan could have took that out. He didn't even have to mention that.
Nope.
I never do anything about that. You know what I'm saying?
So
because, again, when Jordan was balling, I was like 6.
Yeah, I was very old. I was very old watching that growing up. Like I personally, I actually seen the parts that the Bulls organization and Jordan them fixed. And then if you go back to North Carolina, he's still in North Carolina right now. He did so much for North Carolina, but they always LeBron this and that. I'm not taking nothing from LeBron. And there's other players that did what LeBron did without putting it in the media. The thing is, LeBron is so big in the world, bro. For one, your best friend is Jay-Z, bro. Bro, your best friend is Jay-Z. Whenever he passes, is going to be sale-wise. I ain't going to say he ain't everybody top 10, but he is going to be sale-wise one of the top 10 MCs of all time. Like, he ain't got to be on top 10, but I'm saying is that, you know what I'm saying? He's a person that do stuff, and you got to follow it. Like, I'm telling you, it's like, this dude took a deal he had with his friend, took over the company, and now is a big icon. The Rock means so much more now beside music, bro. Like it's, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy, bro. Like, I don't get it, man.
And see, and you see, and that's why I think a narrative is so important, right? Like anybody can, well, I won't say anybody, but depending on how loud you speak about a narrative, sometimes you can make that new truth, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, like, I do think in the future, like the kids coming up, maybe not this generation, but the next generation, I think they're gonna think LeBron James is the GOAT over Michael Jordan, just because the narrative is gonna be like, well,
it's some stuff on if you look at on YouTube right now, so they took guys that are like LeBron James lovers to life because that's all they know. They showed them highlights of Jordan and all of them, and the dude face reaction was like he did what in the game? What the? Wait a minute, what? They showed it's like a reaction video of them showing Reggie Miller scored like 13 points in like 9 seconds or some crap. They're looking like, how did you score that many points that fast? Like they watching these young kids watch the video like, yo, what the fuck? Everybody looking at Steph Curry. Don't get me wrong. Steph Curry gonna go down at the end of the day, probably the best shooter until another one.
The best small player to ever play the game.
Yeah. So, but me personally, like right now, still, I'll take AI over Steph Curry. Let me tell you why. He plays both sides of the ball. And if you know me, everybody know I'm a defensive player in both sports. I love defense. You know, even though now I play offense in football, but I'm a defensive player. So that's, and Dennis Rodman, another person that I love for defense. But I just think that it's going to take AI to pass for people to realize, like, man, he really was that good. This dude crossed Michael Jordan twice. he took Mike, and then we can go over how they should have beat the Lakers. They didn't. You know what I'm saying? He single-handedly took them to the finals with no Hall of Famers, but the center maybe. That's it. You know what I'm saying? Like he did that.
Hey, listen, man. When you think about it, man, the Lakers got a lot of championships.
Yeah, bro.
Some of those championships are kind of fraudulent, right? Because I'm gonna tell you, boy, they used to rob the Kings. They used to rob the Kings, Lord. And I'm talking about, it's crazy because when I think back to those Laker matchups with the Kings, man, the Kings had a complete team.
Mm-hmm.
I'm talking about Vlade, the Weber, the Christie, the Mike Bibby, the who else was it? Mike Bibby and
was Jason Williams on one of them teams?
No.
He came later.
Pager.
Yep.
Yep. Man,
one of the overseas greats. Still to this day, one of the overseas greats. Yes, definitely.
They had a squad and they used to play the Lakers so tough.
Yep.
But at the end of the day, for whatever reason, the referees, the Zebras, would always get in the way and find a way for the Lakers to win, right? That was so crazy, man. Because I'm gonna tell you, the Sacramento Kings at that time was the Pistons when they won. It was a complete team, like from center all the way to point guard. They had a dog.
Sir, have you seen my team play this year?
Listen, man.
No. I'm bring a comment up. Who's number one player on the Bulls?
I have not watched the Bulls play an entire game this season.
I'm gonna tell you right now. Del Rosen, right? Del Rosen came to the Bulls, right? Everybody like, yo, he washed up. Yeah, everybody like, yo, he's washed up. He gonna do nothing, right? So remember this.
The Lakers could have got him. He said he wanted
and that's where I'm going to this conversation, bro. The Lakers could have got him, bro. The Lakers could have got him. And that's the thing people realize. Y'all went and got Westbrook. Don't get me wrong. I'm a Westbrook fan because I'm Team Jordan. Don't get me wrong. But my problem with that is he don't fit y'all style. And y'all, we could convert him. Carmelo Anthony fits in fine over there. But Westbrook gonna fit in.
I think LeBron too loyal. I think he talked to Westbrook over the summer and he was like, "Hey, bro, we gonna come and get you." But it was better free agents out there because honestly, if they didn't get DeMar DeRozan, they definitely should have went for Patty Mills.
Bro, Ball is balling 10 times better than he was when he originally was on the Lakers.
True, and also they could have made a play for the boy over in the King with the Kings who he was supposed to go for.
And they let go Caruso.
Exactly, but I think between LeBron probably being loyal and LA being such a superstar place that when you bring a superstar, it brings more revenue. Like if they would have bought Patty Mills, that would have been like, okay, they got Patty Mills.
But the thing is, he was a star on the Raptors and on the Spurs. He just left the Spurs because he like, I'm not the future here, so I'm gonna go somewhere else. That's all he did. Like his game didn't decline when he left the Raptors. He went to the Spurs. It was like, yo, we're not gonna win with me on this team.
Because honestly, what is Patty Mills? A spot up shooter.
Yep.
A spot up shooter.
Yep.
Who can drain the three like no other. You know what I'm saying? Like, and quiet is kept. People be talking about how Steph shooting those threes, but boy,
Ball hit 7. I'm trying to tell you, bro. Bro, I'm telling you. Just watch. Mind you, the center's out. The one from Orlando we got, he's out right now. It's literally been Ball, Levine, DeRozan, Caruso come off the bench. No, he actually started the Lakers game. He started because they gave him his championship. They gave him his ring and everything. His little celebration for that game. And mind you, Williams is out. You know, the dude we drafted a year ago. He's out because he hurt himself. He should come back next year, or whatever. But and I'm watching them play, bruh. These dudes are running down the fucking floor throwing alley hoops mid court with the Bulls. The Bulls are like a whole different team now. But it literally took to go get one veteran and a kid that everybody gave up on because of his dad, because he had a couple bad seasons, till he literally then developed his game, and he's a better overall player than he was originally. Because yeah, his dad was selling. It was, but look, okay, this is why I look at it, right? So look at this. Look at the route he got to the NBA, right? They didn't go to the usual route that we see. You know, you go to college and do all this, do that, this, that. They went through. My son's the best. We're gonna go overseas and play and come back over here, and that's the reason why right now, low key, the other one ain't signed, cause you took them out and sent them overseas. Well, 2 out of 3 ain't bad. Let's be real here. 2 out of 3 ain't bad, Dad. Cause the other night, the fucking Hornets dropped somebody off, and the Bulls dropped off the Lakers the same night. Both of the brothers went over 20 points that night. And the thing is, this dude is becoming a legit 3-point shooter. Bro, think about it a few years ago. We never gonna be like, yo, Ball hit 3-pointers. You know, we never was gonna say that, bro. We like, Ball hit 3-point. He's literally spotting up, bro, and just taking the shot and hitting it with confidence now because he got teammates that want to run behind him. Because I just felt like the whole circus that came behind him with his dad, everybody took him like, oh, okay. His dad said, yo, he good. We all looking like, nah, you just being a dad, bro. You ain't out here telling the truth. And that's the thing is, and now I look back, yo, they dad the truth. You know why? They dad did what Serena and Venus Williams' dad did. He said, yo, these kids gonna be this good. I'm gonna stick behind it. And guess what? Right now, 2 out of 3 ain't doing that bad in the league. Cause now he wanted them all to go to the Lakers, but we know it ain't gonna happen. It's not gonna happen.
But you know, it's funny that you said that because they try to demonize Venus and Serena dad.
They did, bro. That's why I gotta watch that movie. That's why I watch that movie, bro. I have to watch that movie. Yeah,
because he was unapologetic.
Yes.
As a matter of fact, man, I think that's like the perfect correlation, right? Serena and Venus and Serena dad versus LeVar Ball.
Yes.
Same thing. Listen, I got supreme confidence that my kid is gonna be the nastiest thing out. I ain't hearing none of that stuff that you talking to them about. And if you start asking them stupid questions about why they ain't the best, I'ma stop. Here.
My bad was like, my man was like, hey, I got 2 Michael Jordans. he said, I got the next 2 Michael Jordans.
and honestly, you know, the way the media try to portray it is like, oh man, you know, you're looking at him like, man, he like so bullheaded and stuff. Like that ain't cool. But if you think about it, like I know my son and my daughter, if they was that nasty, bruh, can't nobody tell me nothing.
Bro,
period.
I'm gonna tell you right now, like my stepson, he plays soccer now. He's a lot better than the first start of the season. Like last night, he had a chance to score the kid and passing the ball. And I explained to him like, yo, people are selfish in life. You know what I'm saying? I didn't agree with the situation. The kid, he literally was wide open to kick the ball. But I'm still gonna cheer him on. But if he gets to that level, bro, and we get him where he need to be in sports, bro, I'm telling you, I'm like you on Bill TV, like, don't ask him shit. And yes, he's that good. My daughter's in North Carolina. She just qualified for the Junior Olympics. She placed a few weeks ago in the Junior Olympics, and now she like, you know, Daddy, thank you for your confidence. I'm like, I know it's your first year doing it, but hey, you got natural talent. Stick with it and keep. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't expect any of my kids to be professionals, but I want you to be the best in whatever you can do. You know what I'm saying? And like, I don't. You know what I'm saying? One day this kid could be the next Michael Jordan. He don't even play ball. I'm just throwing an example out there. You know, I'm gonna support you whatever you do though. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not gonna be like next day. But the thing is, them dads stayed on them kids and made them who they are, and they believe. Long you got somebody, bro. You already know you got somebody behind them believe in you. You gonna act out and do what they want to make them, shine. My biggest thing growing up, my dad never seen me play football but once. You know what I'm saying? He only like one football game. That was like the best game of my life though, because it snowed and everything too. But he went to I think he went to one of my track meets, and I ran 3 years. But swimming, he was always there, but he never came to anything else I did. And I just be looking like, bro, why you don't come to see me do this, and that? You know what I'm saying? But he smiled more at my graduation boot camp than he did from high school, bro. And I was looking at him like, I'm like, bro, what's wrong with me? Why you don't, you know what I'm saying? But it was tough love. But he made me man who I am now, and that's why I don't back down to people. Now I just stay in the house though. That's the difference. I just stay in the house now though. But yeah.
Yeah, so that's interesting in itself, right? Because like you gotta think like some of these kid prodigies, like the Floyd Mayweather started boxing when he was like 2. You know what I'm saying?
Came out the womb basically.
Exactly. When he was around his father took him to the gym. So Floyd saw that his father was doing that from a very small age.
Mm-hmm.
So he was trying to emulate his father even back then. So like me, unfortunately, my kids don't stay with me, right? So of course, they're gonna acquire their own thoughts and stuff like that.
Sir, you met my son. We know. I know the feeling. We know. We both know.
Yeah, so like I don't try to push my kids to do what I want them to do. I let them acquire their own skills, their own likes and passions. But when they tell me that's their like and their passion, and that's what you want to do, I push you to be as great as you can be in that. Period. Like you know what I'm saying? There's no crying about it. There's no I can't do this. Ain't none of that. Listen, this is what you want to do. I'm gonna show you the way the best I know how, and there's no giving up. Period. You know what I'm saying? So and I think that like I said, the child prodigies like Floyd Mayweather, like his dad saw that he's emulating me. So if this is what he gonna do, I'm gonna push him to the limit doing it. But he naturally acquired boxing because he saw other people doing it. You know what I'm saying? So that he didn't have to force his dad didn't have to force him to do it. It wasn't forced upon him. Floyd Mayweather, started boxing because he saw his dad boxing, so he already had an affinity for it. And I think that's a lot of times where, as parents, we kind of miss the mark. We want our kid to be great at something so bad that we're pushing them. We like living vicariously through them, trying to make them great at something that they don't even care that much for. And I think that's sometimes the wrong answer.
I just want mine. I just want mine to do something. You don't even have to win a championship like I've done in my sports and life, right? I want you to just keep yourself active and open as that. If it come down to it, like, hey, you got a part scholarship to help pay for school, then I'm with it. But like you said, like my daughter just started track this year, and she's pretty good at, and then the youngest girl, she started track, and she got first in her age category for a mile, and she came in third place. The older kids in the mile, bro, you know me, that's my me and daddy, we gonna run it. You know what I'm saying? You come for that, you know what I'm saying? And I didn't say, hey, you better run track. They called me like, hey, Dad, I'm doing this. I need some tips. And I'm like, oh, okay, now we got some, I can help you with. So what'd you do to do this, this, and this? And she did hurdles and long jump. Bro, I did hurdles once a year in track. It was a joke at the end of the season. I get to do hurdles at a meet, right? So I never was good at, I never been a sprinter. So and long jump, I did long jump. Never, bro. I can't jump nothing. I can jump over a gate. That's about it, bro. But you know what I'm saying? I ain't never long jump. But I kind of like I built this philosophy through trial and error when how I think like the way I try to parent my kids, especially when it comes to their passions, right? Because I remember I was deployed. I came home. My son's mom said, "Hey, I put him in soccer, right? He was only about 4. I'm thinking I'm going to see Obel. I'm thinking I'm going to see, bro. What's my guy name? The real good soccer player. Rondo. Is that's okay? So I'm thinking I'm going to see that on the field, right? I'm like, if he come from me, it's natural. You know what I'm saying? They out there pushing each other and kicking nothing. Listen, man. They start the game this every Tuesday I go. That's why that's yo every Tuesday, bro. We go to the game, right? Like I said, he got better. But I remember the first guy I went to. Like you said, I'm ready. I'm ready to see some. Hey, we finna go the whole field kick. You know what I'm saying? Bro, they over there all flossing. And I'm looking at the game like y'all don't see what's going on in the game. And they all in the field. Kids saw this dance. I'm looking around like what. And he's like 9-year-olds. I'm like y'all gonna let the ball right by you, bro? I'm like no, man, no.
Listen, the level of anxiety that I had when I saw my son playing with dandelions as opposed to trying to score these goals, but I was really upset, and I really had to you know what I'm saying, understand that he doesn't have the cognitive dissonance right now to understand that.
Yep.
Hey, you know, you're supposed to be killing it out there.
Mm-hmm.
And as the season progressed, and I saw that, hey, man, listen, he's into soccer, but he's not really into soccer.
Mm-hmm.
And I was able to take my coach hat off and put on my dad hat. Like, is my son having fun?
Yep.
Like, does he know what's going on?
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like, is he enjoying it?
Yep.
You know, stuff like that. So it was easier for me, but I had to experience it first person because expectations is one of the thieves of joy, bro.
Bro.
If you expect,
cause you know why? We look at us, right? So my dad was a actual wrestler and a boxer, like legit. Like he did this in high school. He did both of them. So when I grew up, he like, you need to be a wrestler. I'm like, bro, I'm going to be a swim team. He like, who the fuck swim? Bitch, me. You put me in triathlon. I was doing triathlons for high school. Like I literally was doing, I did like, bro, probably 5 triathlons right at high school. Like I was already deep into a sport that now is famous. Well, I did it when no black people was doing it. It wasn't even cool to do. So when I got to high school, I was already a swimmer for triathlons. I'm like, bro, I'm going to swim team. They got white boys over there teaching me how to get faster. And he could understand that to me. I'm like, bro, I don't want to wrestle around no dude, man. You can rotate with that. Because I got a temper problem. I'm still off everybody. They grabbed me the wrong way. And he was like legit mad. Like, bro, I'm a wrestler. You going to do this? And I'm like, I don't care what you talking about. I ain't finna do it. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, but he later like, okay, yeah, you pretty good in this right here. You know, so kicking people butt, you pretty good. But, yeah, he really wanted me to be a boxer or a wrestler, bro. I'm like, man, nobody finna go in there wrestle with nobody, no tights, or somebody put their hands on me. I'm fighting back. He like, can't do that. Da, 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 da. I'm like, bro, I'm gonna get in this water. It's cold as hell. I'm gonna have black girls in the stands. Guess what? I had black girls in the stands. They like, how you got black people coming to let's fucking swim meet? This is who I am. Fuck you, man.
And I do think it's a thing of a kid kind of being defiant, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like a kid not wanting to have to follow in your footsteps.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like you're the authoritative figure, right? So it's things that you're trying to push on them that they're gonna naturally fight back against. Just because it's like, well, if you're the authoritative figure, how can I find fun in the stuff that you're trying to make me do?
Mm-hmm.
Especially when you're trying to make me work hard at it, right? So it's kind of natural for them to kind of push back at first, you know. So that's why I say I take the approach of, man, I'm gonna let you be who you are.
Mm-hmm.
But now, once you express that this is what you want to do,
now we got a plan. Now we're putting a plan together. Exactly,
man,
right?
Listen, man. I'm gonna tell you, you know, just like my brothers, like, man, we started off playing fighting games, right? Our game of choice was Street Fighters. That was our game of choice. Listen, when I was legit, my brothers used to beat the starch out of me. But the thing about it is, I wanted to be better at the game. So I would play.
I got it somewhere.
I would play my second oldest brother. He would beat me, but he would have a certain strategy of beating me. Then I would play my oldest brother. He would beat me, and he would have a strategy of beating me. I took both of their strategies, put it together, and I started killing them.
Here you go. I got it for the Switch right now.
Bro, man, listen. I was so mean with it. I used to even beat my grandma up.
Look,
I wouldn't let nobody get no wreck with me, right?
So right now I have Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat, Marvel's Capcom, the Dragon Balls 2, all them fighting games. And I was the same way growing up, bro. Like I used to get beat up by everybody, and I'm like, oh, I took everybody together and did it.
Come outside and get on Smash Brothers. Come outside and get on Smash Brothers. Come be a real boy. Come be a real boy, because that's where it's going down at, right? But, no, man.
What you say? I ain't hear you. Huh?
Okay. I got my Switch right over there.
Hey, you know. I got every system. You already know that. That's why I was like, what?
I got my switch right over there. But you know, once I knew that that was something that I liked, I worked so hard to be good at it. I worked so hard to be great at it. You know what I'm saying? Like I didn't want to take an L from nobody. You know, but that was something that I developed that I saw that I liked. You know, it wasn't somebody made me play the game. I played the game because that's what I wanted to do. So you know that's so important. Like, cause my son started playing Fortnite, I taught him how to play Fortnite,
bro.
and he started playing Fortnite.
I tried.
I wasn't playing Fortnite, so he was beating me. You know what I'm
bro.
saying? So me and him don't play Fortnite no more.
I play.
Got time to put in
Bro,
Fortnite.
I played my
other game.
No,
man, listen,
my 13-year-old daughter. I played with her 4 years ago. What we in 2021? Yeah, 4 years ago I played with her, bro. I was like, never again. So me and her, when we do play online now, we'll play the zombies on fucking COD. Cause I'm like, bro, I know I can shoot better than you on the game. Why this kid just hit me from across the map and he started dancing after he killed me, bro? I'm like, did he just build a house? Like, what just happened? No, excuse me. You know what I'm saying? So.
But no, I think you know what I'm saying. Just to kind of bring it full circle when we talking about the competitive edge and the competitive drive and a parent wanting to push their children, it has to be something that they have chosen the champion in. You know what I'm saying? The more you push them. Now, I'm not saying it doesn't work because I think a lot of other cultures other than blacks and whites, like they make their child say, hey, listen, you go to school, you get this degree, you either gonna be a mathematician, a scientist, a doctor, or a lawyer. Ain't nothing else going on in this house, right? So they don't have much left and right limits to move about. So it is possible. But like for your kid to actually enjoy something and y'all can, bond with it and you really be able to drive them, it has to be something that they chose. That's just my opinion.
Like him, my stepson, he likes football, but the problem is COVID happened and the team he was on, bro, really wasn't a good coach. And I saw myself, if he played another season with them, getting into it with the coach. Like, you put my son in for 10 plays, but he got him in practice the whole time in practice. But then come game time, you leave in one through who these people in the whole game. Oh, that's right, he just dropped the ball 3 times. And you get out. Like, and that was my beef. And then COVID happened, then the team started back up. But a lot of kids, parents, we didn't go back to that team. And we so he ended up with soccer now because of that. Because he couldn't play football. And he actually is growing to like soccer, but he's really a football player. He wants to play football, which that's something I can help him with. But the problem is I learned from last time he played, I want to be coach. Fuck dad. Because I'm like, yo, this is my sport. You're messing up my sport. You know what I'm saying? So.
And that's kind of how I was. But so the way I was able to not get so crazy about my son playing football, because that was my lifelong dream. Like I wanted to be Terrence Williams playing for the Dallas Cowboys. I told my mama it was gonna be a Terrence Williams playing for the Cowboys. It just wasn't this Terrence Williams, right? It wasn't Terrence Williams playing for the Cowboys. Right? But so what I do, like when I take them out to the field, instead of throwing a football, we throw a frisbee. Right? We throw the frisbee because you still can learn those same tracking skills. You can still learn those same ball hawking skills, right? You know what I'm saying? The angle, the pursuit angles of the ball, all those things you can still learn with a frisbee.
Well, he got to learn to catch first, bro. He can't catch. That boy.
There you go.
Look.
And see, there you go. So that's why I introduced the frisbee first, something that's easier to catch, but you can still find out the pursuit angles, the trajectory, and how to actually use your hands, right?
Look, I want to be a DB because he got the speed for it, and I think he can do better. Cause boy, when I say he got stone hands, bro.
Hey, so that's why I used the frisbee first. So I know I didn't get too fanatical with it, but I also did something that I know he could still acquire some of those same skills, being able to backpedal, being able to run real fast, catch the ball, right? Using the hand-eye coordination, right?
I ain't think about that. That's a good idea. I like that. That's definitely a good idea.
Exactly, and also it kind of removes him from the mindset of, oh, daddy got me out here practicing, or we just out here practicing.
Man, look,
he making me run this route.
That boy, believe it or not, because I play on Sunday still, and he when he go to my games, he'll watch me, whatever. Then he'd be like, I think I dropped the ball last time he came, and he was like, "You dropped the ball." I was like, "I'm human. I drop balls too." Came back and like caught 2 touchdowns. He's like, "See, that's the difference." I said, "No." I said, "Dude, no one catches every ball." But 98% of the time I'm wide open, guess what? I'm catching it. You know, and then the ball I missed like on sideline. Like, I did this, and I don't know what happened. But anyway, and I told him, "Look, I'm human, dude." And he was like, "I won't be able to catch like you when I get older." I said, "Well, now that I have an idea now, I know where to go with this. Cause yeah, I'm gonna try that. It's gonna be a definitely."
And then think about it. Most great like NFL or NBA players, they do things outside of playing the actual game of football
Mm-hmm.
or basketball to get
Mm-hmm.
better. Like
Mm-hmm.
you know what I'm saying? Like back in the day, the running backs used to take ballet lessons
Yep.
so they can be more agile.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? They did awkward stuff like DBs wear punching, boxing gloves. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying? They take boxing lessons so they can be real good with their hands. They can fight off, you know what I'm saying, the jab.
Mm-hmm.
All these things that they do that doesn't necessarily have anything to do with football
Mm-hmm.
actually helps in the, you know what I'm saying, in the greater scheme of things when you line it up in front of somebody and you know you got to get them off you like right now. Like a lot of DNs and defensive tackles, they go learn karate, judo, and all these things to make sure
Yep.
I can chop your hand as soon as possible. They do awkward things, so you can still like achieve the overall goal, but you can kind of like, you know what I'm saying? You can kind of like
Put a
put it in a
nice
different,
twist on
put
it.
it in a different way, you know.
I
So
like that. So I'll go first, and you can go last since you got so much to go on. I'll go AFC
all right,
because I got so my AFC now still is Tennessee. Tennessee's number one for me. I have a tie for second, but I'm still leaning towards more Baltimore than Buffalo. I just feel like maybe because I like the fighting Lamar. I don't know. Maybe that's why I trust Baltimore over Buffalo right now. So yeah, I go that. I go. I go Baltimore 2, Buffalo 3, and I'm finna fuck y'all up who my number 4 and 5 is.
you about to say the Patriots?
No, no, no. So my number 4 is KC. My number 5 is the Patriots. Let me tell you why. I need New England to do this one more time to legit say we're back, and I say that for a reason. Because everybody in the world doubted that I said North Carolina, that Alabama quarterback, that dude, everybody swept him down. He was the worst person in the draft, and let's be low key right now. He is probably the best rookie quarterback right now that's in the draft that's actually playing every week. Number wise. I'm not talking about talent. Let's be real here. When Justin Fields figure out what the hell going on in Chicago, he's going to be better overall. But I'm saying is that like he's fitting perfect in New England. He's throwing the ball. I ain't talking about 5 yards. The dude letting the fucking ball go down the field. You know what I'm saying? Like he's just throwing 5-yard dump offs and then like Pat Mahomes do, and they go Tiger Hill, give him 30-yard yak yards. You know what I'm saying? And you know what we were talking about that earlier? A lot of his stats are padding off of that shit. Patrick Mahomes would dump the ball off on a screen or something, and then Hill will get loose, or the old Edwards, the running back, used to get loose, and he got all the passing yards. And this year, I think, when we were talking earlier when we first started, that a lot of people catching on to it. Keep Hill in front of you, because if he get next to you, he's going to go by you. You know what I'm saying? So, just for now, I got New England number 5. I have KC number 4, Buffalo 3, Baltimore 2, Tennessee 1, because they still managing a way to win with Tannehill as a quarterback. I don't know how it's even possible, but they did. Because I'm still not sold on Tannehill. I'm sorry. If they got Aaron Rodgers, bro, if somehow, some way Aaron Rodgers ended up in Tennessee, bro, next year, that wouldn't even be fair, bro. That wouldn't even be fair. He have the most weapons he ever had in his career on one team with A.J. Brown, Julio, I forgot the tight end and the other wide receiver. And they're like the Ravens. They keep finding running backs and getting it done, bro. These dudes putting dudes off practice squads I ain't even heard of beside AP. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah.
oh God, NFC.
And one thing about the A-Rod to the Titans, A-Rod is like a small city quarterback. He's not like trying to go to like the Rams or anything like that. So it actually makes sense that he would go to somewhere like Tennessee, not a huge market. Wisconsin and Tennessee is different.
Yeah.
But it's kind of you know what I'm saying. It has
Yep.
some similarities. You know what I'm saying. It's not the biggest, and he can go be a star, but he's not in the superstardom spotlight because I don't think like, and it kind of showed when this whole COVID debacle. He was like, listen, I don't owe none of y'all nothing.
That dude used to date a girl that was popular than him, a NASCAR race that was popular than him. So it take the light off him. He don't really like being limelight. He gonna say what he want to say and walk off. He disappears in the light, whatever. So unfortunately, my NFC this week.
Dun 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 dun.
Number one, Green Bay Packers. My number one is Green Bay Packers. I don't want to say that, but ever since that first loss.
I know it's hard. That's like if the Washington football team was really doing really good right now.
Matter of fact, Chase is out the rest of the year.
Chase Young gets hurt.
That's it for them. Like as a team, I don't care nobody say, but until Kyle Murray come back, because McCoy is who McCoy. I remember I had this conversation a few weeks ago. I said McCoy is. I don't like him. I never liked him. Even in college, I didn't like him. And it ain't nothing to me against I hate the Texas Longhorn. I really don't hate Texas Longhorn. But I'm saying is that I've never been a fan of this guy. He is like Matt Leinart from USC. Everybody overhyped him. He had a long career. But he was a backup majority of his career after his first few years as essential starters, right? Until Kyler Murray come back, I will not make Arizona number one. I'm going to leave Green Bay number one. Arizona's my number 2 team. I'm finna fuck up what number 3 team is.
Happy. Come on now.
Dallas Cowgirls are the number 3 team. They are my legit number 3 team. The problem when you was talking about this.
First off, I don't know no team in the league that's Dallas Cowgirls.
I
know a Dallas Cowboys.
Sir, how long you been my friend? How many times I said this? We already know about this. Okay, so if long as they can establish a run game, they are by far the most dangerous team on offense in the NFL. And that's including everybody in the NFL. I think even with Zeke or Paul, whichever one you want to use, because they have a good duo right there, right? You keep that offense on the field, your defense don't get exposed. That make any sense. And I say that for a reason. The same problem that the Bears have, Dallas have too in their secondaries. If that front don't penetrate, you leaving. Because like I said, I told you already, if I was the coach, what I'm doing, I'm throwing away from Diggs. Let's be real. I'm telling you right now. I got it. He can't pick everything, but I'm going to expose some other dudes on the other side of the field. Or I'm gonna use that number one person, decoy, for you to take him, and then I'm going to expose your other people in the field. And I say that for a reason, because that's, if you might notice, the Bears defense stayed on the field longer than offense before the last couple of weeks. Before, you remember, it was like the Bears defense was on the field. I'm like, yo, how these dudes even still standing? So I think if Dallas can manage the clock, they could be the most dangerous team offensive-wise. And then, like, who just lost? The Rams, right? Their defense got exposed. And mind you, they have 2 of the greatest rushers of all time on the same team. I got it. Von Miller's came off for a goddamn injury. I got it, bro. He's still coming back. I got it. But you realize the 2 sack kings you have on your team right now, and they rush from the same side, bro. From the same side. It was plays that both of them rushed from the left side, bro. I'm looking at the game like they finna kill Jimmy Garoppolo. He's finna die, bro. So I'm still not going to say the Rams are done, because everybody what hates me when people talk bad about Matt Stafford. Matt Stafford's not bad as people make it seem. Don't overhype him, but he's not bad as people make him seem. He's a very decent quarterback. And I say decent, he's better than Jared Goff was, period, hands down. You know what I'm saying? He stuck around in that garbage Lions with literally, he had a Hall of Fame receiver, which is now in the Hall of Fame. Megatron is now gone. This dude has went through, his best player on the team right now is a running back and a tight end. TJ, before he left, he had Swift and TJ was the player, the tight end before he left. That was the last 2 players on that team. Bro, you can't even name a good receiver on that team anymore. You know what I'm saying? And the offensive line is worse than probably the Jaguars. They're pretty bad. So I don't think he's used to this spotlight that makes any sense. When he used to be on a losing team, they went 0-some one year when he was on that team. They almost lost every game. That was the Browns lost every game, but I think the Lions won one at the end. Was it Browns?
Man. The the Lions went 0-16 before.
It was the okay. He was their quarterback then. That's what I'm saying. He's not used to the spotlight in L.A. If I'm Sean McVay, I'm gonna fix the play call to save my quarterback from exposing us, so he could stop choking at certain moments. Cause they look bad, bro. They look like the Bears and Browns game when I think we got a generated like less than 100 yards that game. And everybody had jokes about Justin Fields gonna be the worst quarterback in history, and he really ain't. But yeah, and I don't know what the fuck is going on with Thomas Edward Brady,
Thomas Edward
bro.
Brady.
Bro, when I tell you right now, we started this 2 weeks ago, and we said that ending drive, we like he gonna go score and win the game, and he didn't. So this is I've noticed something is exposed now. Is Evans good as we think he is anymore? Is Goodwin good as we think he is? It seems ever since Brown and Gronkowski been out, that offense is getting exposed, bro, every week. The offense is getting exposed every week now because he don't have his blanket has always been Gronkowski since the Patriots. And Tony Brown is still playing with a purpose in life to show everybody he still can play. So them two been out, bro. If you notice their offense looking totally different, and their defense is getting exposed. Their defense to me is not even the top 10. If you watch them defense, their defense is like your high school team calling a play, and they getting exposed, bro.
They got a mean ass front seven.
They do.
Everything else is suspect.
But you know what the crazy thing is? A lot of our teams are like that this year, though. The problem is, I can't think of the kid name with dreads on their team. He get exposed more than anybody else teams, bro. The dude on the Bucks, they get exposed. So
But again, man, this is only it's only a product of what happens when you cater to the offense too much.
Yes.
You're not gonna see no dominant defense like the Ravens.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like the 2000 Ravens and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
When Trent Dilfer was trash and they still won because the defense was so amazing.
Yes.
Or even those Bears with Brian Urlacher and all them boys. Or we don't even want to talk about the '85 Bears. Lord, you're not gonna see that anymore.
That defense is in the Hall of Fame. Yeah, that defense is in the Hall of Fame.
You see what I'm saying? Like you gotta think about it. Everybody would rather see the greatest show on turf than a defensive game that's 3-3.
Hey, you
start
in trouble. Don't nobody want to talk about that Kurt Warner era, bro. Nobody want to talk about Kurt Warner and Fulton and them. We all know what you're talking about. I remember that. Isaac Bruce and them. Yeah.
But that's the problem. That's why you can have a mean front seven,
Mm-hmm.
but then your back, you know what I'm saying? Your back end ain't as strong. Your back four ain't as strong, right? Or you can have a mean back four, but your front seven trash. You're not gonna have a total complete defense just because the rules ain't even set for that. You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta think like
it's been a I think this year might be the worst year I've seen with refs, bro. It's been you know what we gotta start doing? We're doing next week the wild cards. Yeah, because it's
been over officiated. It's been over officiated.
Yes.
If you can't see that,
mm-hmm.
The offense is being catered to just
mm-hmm.
to, have more yards, have more points. Then you will understand.
But the crazy thing is, even Steeler fans to this day are agreeing with me on the Bears game. They're like, yo, y'all got fucked. But guess what? They gonna help our record. Bro. Hey, yeah, man, good job, man. It's like, you know what I'm saying? Hey, you didn't get the award, but hey, good job, bro. You know what I'm saying? So I think next week we should do our wild card picks because it's what? Yeah, because we got 17 games here, right? 17.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, we could do that next week. We'll do the wild card pick. I think my wild card for the NFC is gonna be Carolina.
Wow, you think Cam gonna make that big of a difference?
Bro, it's a wild card spot. Go look at the record right now. They're sitting right under New Orleans. You gotta think Winston gone. Fucked up, but he's gone. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
I don't think what's his name? Simmons, the guy.
Trevor Siemian.
Yeah, the one they drafted originally. Wasn't he in the Broncos somewhere or something?
Yeah, he came.
He's not gonna carry them. I'm gonna tell you right now. He's not gonna carry them. I'm sorry. I just don't feel like he going to carry them, and I think the Vikings going to do what they do best, choke. So that's why I think Carolina, if he keeps Rodney and Mack running the ball, he can get them to a wild card spot. Are they going to do anything in the wild card? No. I said get them to a wild card. That's all I said. I'm happy that man back in the NFL. Yeah, I don't think they're going to make any noise. I said make the wild card. I'm happy that man got a job. We've been talking about this all season, bro. I'm happy the man got a job back. Do I think you move away from P.J. Walker? No. I think that man deserves to keep playing too, because he had a long way to get where he got now. And it's kind of fucked up, low key. You like, we wanted Cam back, but now we like, but this kid just came from the AFL, and he, you know what I'm saying? So now he's not gonna get a fair shake. You know what I'm saying?
Unfortunately, like, nobody see, and I'm pretty sure the owner don't see the Panthers winning the Super Bowl this year.
Mm-hmm.
So revenue is important, right? Mm-hmm. Who gonna put the butts in the seats more than Cam do it?
Number one himself.
Exactly.
I'm back.
Exactly. So, you know, like you said, man, unfortunately, sometimes things just don't fall in your favor, right? You know what I'm saying? Because this was supposed to be Jameis Winston's year to be the bona fide starter of the Saints. He was going to be the new face of the
franchise. And the Saints
man.
got him killed. They got him knocked out in the game, bro. And he was having a decent year.
Man, it sucks, but, man, it happens sometimes. And it really sucks. I feel sorry for Jameis, but I also feel sorry for PJ, because he's going to have to go sit the
Oh,
bench.
hey, guess what? I ain't tell you, I'm getting that jersey for free, right?
What jersey?
James Winston gonna sign my jersey for free.
Wow, that's dope.
I told y'all his family is in one of his cousins. She's a recruiter in Florida. She's still in the Army right now.
Wow.
I told you, I brought that picture. I told you I got a picture on Facebook.
No,
Matter of fact, yeah.
I was gonna ask me where his knee brace at.
When I was at Bragg, I went to the game in Carolina.
Okay, so that was an older picture.
That was when they played. He played at Tampa Bay. I met Lovie Smith and him at the, and I met Cam Newton too. Then, yeah. I was at Bragg and I went to the game because his cousin, the male was with me in Cuba and Washington. The girls served me in Afghanistan, and they called me like, "Hey, yo, we in North Carolina. Come up to the game." Ooh, I come up there. I met all of them, and I'm like, "Yo, this Jameis Winston, hold on, man." You know what I'm saying? Because you know people always got jokes about this man, the crab legs, stuff like that. But I met his family, but I've seen his body work playing football. I'm telling you right now, from a organization that's literally only had decent two quarterbacks, they whole franchise, you know what I'm saying? I would take a 30 for 30 quarterback versus a fucking Rex Grossman that's going to throw more interceptions than touchdowns, or a fucking, I go down the line with enough of them, Shane Matthews is enough of them we ain't had in Chicago that's just been horrible. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I understand. When the Saints took him, I was like, yo, this is new face. You know, we overpaid Hill. And Winston was looking good till that injury, bro. And till that injury, I was like, come on, bro. What the fuck? Now they running back out too, bro. I'm like, y'all going, you know, I'm happy Ingram went back. Don't get me wrong, I love Ingram too. But, bro, that whole franchise is taking a hit. And Drew Brees on TV right now just like, hey, yeah, so what about the Saints? Yeah, I'm retired. Don't worry about it. He just like, yeah, I'm retired. Don't worry about it. They're doing a good job. I ain't coming out of retirement. You know what I'm saying? But, yeah.
Yeah, I'm surprised Drew Brees didn't, you know what I'm saying, put his name back in the hat. But I know I just see an article that came out. I think it might have been yesterday or today. But Drew Brees said he was disheartened when he saw Tom Brady go to another team and win. Mm-hmm. You know, came to his division and won. It's just kind of like, you know what? All right, it's time for me to hang it up.
Because if he came back right now, who he gonna play? Tom Brady, bro. You know it.
But at the same time, man, I do think, like, I mean, man, honestly, the quarterback position is more cerebral than anything. Mm-hmm. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying the quarterback isn't a good athlete, but first and foremost, you have to be cerebral, right? Mm-hmm. Because you got to be able to make the checks. You got to be able to read the defense. You know what I'm saying? Pre-snap and post-snap, right? So it's a very cerebral position, and you know that's a whole racist thing that they had on the quarterbacks for a long time. Or quarterbacks has got to be really cerebral, and we don't think a certain person that looked like a certain nature can beat cerebral enough to play the position.
That's why number 7 is in the Hall of Fame now.
But what they never take into account, how cerebral you gotta be to understand that the defenses that they're giving me, that they're showing right now, it makes sense for me to run the ball.
Yep, agreed.
You see what I'm saying? Oh, they playing one man, right? So they got one safety high, and everybody playing man to man. So if I send everybody,
take everybody. Yep, take everybody.
Then what? I'm free, right? So
yep.
That's even being cerebral as well. So it's a certain thing to be smart pre-snap, but what about post-snap as well? You know, so it's little things that they always try to classify the quarterback as, but I think that's really huge that you do have to be able to think about what's going on before the play and after the play, and then you got to really understand what's going on before the play. And what you see a lot of quarterbacks do is they'll give dummy calls just to see if the defense is gonna, drop back in coverage, or they're gonna show blitz and stuff like that, right? So they want to know exactly what they're looking at.
And that's what we were talking about. I think Dak Prescott is better at the line checking than Patrick Mahomes.
You think so? Like maybe because I think Patrick Mahomes has gotten away with being so good that he does not have to do the fundamentals, right? And when people get enough film on you and they say, "Oh, wait, look, rewind that back," he didn't even really look at our defense. He already had his routes already, predestined. He already knew he was gonna look away and then throw it.
Bro, he has a tight end. He has a tight end that's gonna be in the Hall of Fame in the future. Unless something legit, something happened to him, Lord, I don't wish on nobody. But
this probably has been his worst year so far.
Exactly, and for real, his worst year is some tight end's whole career. You know what I'm saying? So when you have a down, like I said, Tom Brady's blanket, Gronkowski has saved Tom Brady's career. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, it's been like, hey, I'm right running. I got Tyreek running this route. Oh, I got Edwards doing this block and doing this. He already knew in his head, I'm gonna throw this ball anyway. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm trying to tell people. Like, and I look at the thing is, you got to remember, you're a Dallas fan. Jared was not gonna re-sign him. That dude went out there and bet on himself to get another contract, which he shouldn't have to. Let's be real about it. The dude had played good enough to stay on Dallas because you ran behind Romo. So how long, bro? Come on, man. Come on, bro.
Me and my brother used to almost come to fisticuffs about this subject. He was saying that no, Dak don't deserve no $30 or $40 million contract. At best, he's a mid-level quarterback. And I said, no, listen. At the end of the day, even if you feel that way, Jerry Jones has played his cards so wrong that he has to pay Dak Prescott what he's asking for. Because Dak Prescott, rookie year, when he came in and went 13-3, what Jerry could have did? Signed him to a long-term contract then.
Right in and there. Right in and there.
Zeke get in some trouble. We didn't do too well. Zeke come back the next year, stay the whole season. We do well. We don't go deep into the playoffs, but we do well. He had all the chances to sign. Like, listen, man, the owner's got the complete control. When a rookie come into the league, there's no more crazy rookie contracts.
Nope.
Right? You on the rookie deal. If you're a first round draft pick, this is your cap. This is all you can make. And after your first contract, before you come unrestricted or anything like that, before we can, even have to franchise tag you, we have the opportunity to go ahead and pay you. We can pay you whatever we want at this point, but when you start getting close into free agency and you become a free agent, bro, listen, if a agent isn't telling their star player to go out and get every dime that they can get from the franchise, that agent is a trash agent, right?
Agreed.
But the only way I've seen this backfire was I'm gonna have to switch hats right now. I'm gonna have to take off my NFL hat and put it on the NBA hat, right? The only person that I saw that overpriced himself in the market was old boy from the Lakers.
No. It's right before him. Remember Latrell Sprewell?
Okay, there you go. That's a good example too, right? But also, you know what I'm saying? Like the most recent one I can think of.
What is it?
Man, I can not think of his name.
What is his name? Bro, what is the? I know you're talking about. He like, I'm worth this much.
He turned down $84 million to stay with the Lakers for a bigger contract.
What's his? Is it DJ? What was his name?
I can't think of it now. I can't think of it.
Oh my God,
now.
dude with the blonde joint.
That's one of the examples you can look at where the agent probably told that player wrong.
Yep.
But in that situation, bro, he had all the leverage. Okay, so you gonna let me walk? You gonna let me walk a proven commodity for somebody you gotta go get out of the draft? For somebody you can try to get as in free agency? Like now, I was banging on the drum. Like I said, if y'all let Dak walk, you better get Tom Brady. That is the only move that makes sense to me. We didn't get Tom. I said Dak got 100% of the leverage. Period. Yeah. So they had to pay Dak. Dak was sitting in the catbird seat, right? But getting back to what you said with Tom Brady, Tom Brady has always been a system quarterback.
Yes.
Period.
Yes.
He's always been a system quarterback. And for as long as you knew Tom Brady, you knew who his wide receivers was. If it was Deion Branch, the Randy Mosses of the world, or if it was the Hernandez, or it was the Gronkowski, whoever it was, you knew who Tom had his safety blanket. He no longer has a safety blanket. Gronk is a shell of himself, and AB is hurt. So the people he feels most confident with, like he can go and read the defense. Tom know what the defense is, and you can't disguise it. Whatever you running is whatever you running. But it's if he has confidence, supreme confidence that his wide receivers is going to be in the place that they're supposed to be. Now with AB and Gronk, I know for sure that he knows that I can throw this ball anywhere at any time and they're going to be in that spot. I don't think he has the same confidence with any of the other wide receivers.
He be letting Evans have it, bro.
Exactly.
Yep.
And Gordon, is sometimes flimsy with the hands.
Yep.
He'll drop it. You know what I'm saying? So I think, you know what I'm saying, if a pass rush can get after Brady and he don't have something that he has supreme confidence in, you see Brady confidence starts to falter. But that's the only way. That's the only way you can really get at Brady.
Yep.
First off, you got to get him off his spot, and he has to not have supreme confidence in his wide receivers because you can't show him a defense he's never seen.
Bro, they made defenses to stop this man while he been playing. He been playing so he all lasted coaches and schemes.
Bruce Arians after the bye week last year let Tom Brady put his offense in.
Yep.
Before Bruce Arians was running his offense, he was like, Brady, I'm gonna do it my way. After the bye week, they took that loss. He said, all right, Brady, you got complete control of the reins. Whatever you want the wide receivers run, whatever you want the offense to run, that's what we're going to do. And they started to excel. The defense played crazy well, too.
Yep.
Brady had 100% control of the offense. And right now, he doesn't, to me, he don't got the confidence in his wide receivers to deliver the ball. Because that old man still can throw it across. You know what I'm saying? He can still, you know what I'm saying, throw it across the field.
He could throw the rock, but the problem is, he trusts the running back still, but the problem is, if I see none of your freaking receivers going to catch the ball anymore, we're gonna stack the box to stop your running back. Because remember, he was so-called washed up when he was in Jacksonville. Let's be real. Everybody thought Leonard was done. He's playing good for Tom Brady. The problem is though, if I know that he's the only person that's gonna do it on your team, we're gonna stack the box. So guess what now, Tom? How you gonna play action if you don't have a run game going? Because you got Evans wide open dropping the ball at on the corner route or whatever, like you said. They none of them catching the ball exposed to. So you're gonna fuck around and get a retired Tom Brady, and guess where Tampa Bay gonna go again? Back down the ladder again. Because I can tell you right now, without Tom Brady, they don't beat the Bears. I'm gonna tell you right now.
But look, I don't see how teams missed on Leonard Fournette. I would have went and got Leonard Fournette without question.
Bruh.
Ain't like his production dropped in Jacksonville. He was having, you know what I'm saying? He was having issues with the play call.
His play calling and coaches were trash. That's what the problem was down there.
But just like with AB, people missed on AB. AB was having trouble with. Well, first off, he just wanted to be out of the Steelers. He got to the Raiders and didn't like the situation, but he had the supreme talent.
My man threw dicks.
Also, Odell, same thing. People missed on Odell. I think Odell wanted to go to the Rams, so he probably didn't want to
was
I
coming.
Knew exactly where he wanted to go.
You knew it was coming.
Like, exactly, man. But yeah, man. You know what? I'm gonna tell you. Did you finish with your NFC?
Yeah. It was Green Bay, Arizona, Dallas. Who did I say my bro?
Cowboys. Dallas Cowboys.
Dallas was 3, wasn't it? Dallas was 3.
Dallas was 3. Then you had Tampa at 4. You had the Rams at 5.
Yes, there it was. There you go. I had a moment. I had to think. I'm like, I actually, yeah.
So man, listen, man. The AFC for me, man. The AFC is wild right now.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard. Honestly, it's hard because again, you know, we all think that the Titans ain't gonna be able to get over the hump just because they don't have their bell cow running back, right? They don't have the best player on their team, and I do think, you know what I'm saying. Tannehill has been playing well, but again, we don't think that he can really go deep into the playoffs without Henry because we've seen that team excel, that offense excel when they have Derrick Henry, right? And I think the more responsibility we put on Tannehill, the harder it's going to be for him to, you know, go up to those expectations. But you got to think about it. Every time we put like huge expectations on Lamar Jackson, sometimes they come up short because ain't no way in the hell they should have lost to the Dolphins. I don't care. It's the Dolphins. It's the Dolphins. Come on.
No one should lose to the Dolphins.
I wish AD was here, man, because I know he would have an intelligent analysis of what happened in that game. But bro, that's not a game you can lose. That's not a game you can lose.
Well, no, the Steelers and Lions.
So hey, I'm gonna get to that. Hey man, we were talking about the Steelers was like number 5 last week.
Bro,
of course they didn't have Ben Roethlisberger, but a tie.
A tie, the Lions. The Lions.
Listen, man.
Lions.
I know how to tie my shoe. I know how to tie my tie, but I don't know how to tie it. You gotta go through 2 overtimes, right? But I do think that's a testament of the coaching. I think the Steelers has always been a well-coached organization, and I think the Lions, who had a full roster of all their talent, was still unable to beat the Steelers. So I think it's more of an indictment on the Lions than it is on the Steelers, which the Steelers still should have found a way to pull it out. You know, I do think it's a more indictment on the Lions that they did not win, but I still look at the Steelers head coach as like, bro, you should have found a way to win. But that's like me, you know what I'm saying? That's like me, like, understanding the whole situation and still saying that y'all should have won. You understand where I'm coming from? It's like you the oldest brother, right? But your younger brother did something stupid, and your parents gonna beat you for it.
Yep.
It's like, no, you should be beating him, but you beating me because you understand that I probably should have steered him away from that situation.
Yep.
Right? So that's how I kind of look at it. The Lions definitely should have won that game because they had a roster, but the Steelers, at the end of the day, the Steelers should have found a way to win, but I understand their handicap. But, man, my number 1 in the AFC, man, oh, man, it's hard. It's so hard. But right now, I think my number 1 in the AFC has got to be the Titans because, you know, they say your record is indicative of who you are, right? And they found a way to win every time. Every time. You know what I'm saying? They just finding ways to win, right? So I got the Titans first. Man, honestly, it's a toss-up between the Bills and the Baltimore. They both tied at 2.
That's how mine was.
You know, it's like 2A and 2B, right? Because we just saw Baltimore lose to the Dolphins, and everybody was like, huh? And then we saw the Bills just lose, like, huh?
To the Jacksonville Jaguars.
To the Jags, bro. That's their second win of the season, bro. Urban Meyer was at the bar in the 4th quarter. Come on.
He was getting lap dances right there on the spot.
Come on, man. So that's a hard loss. Like, sometimes like that first loss that they had, I think the Bills lost. Who did they lose to that night? It was a Thursday night game. I can't remember who they lost to, but they
Was it the Jets?
No, it was the Titans. It was the Titans.
Okay.
It was the Titans, and the reason why they lost to the Titans because I think the coach was like, "Listen, Derrick Henry only gonna get stronger. He's been killing us in the fourth quarter, and so in overtime, my DBs and my linebackers ain't gonna want to be hitting this man again." You know what I'm saying? So I think they went for the juggler, and Josh Allen at that point just lost foot and he wasn't able to score. So I really didn't count that too big against them, but the loss to the Jags, man, come on, like stop. So man, they like 2A and 2B. And then you got to think about it. The Chargers is still lingering around too. The Chargers is still there. So I got the Chargers at my number 4. So I got Baltimore just because I like Lamar Jackson better than I like Josh Allen. Always has. I always have. Like Lamar better than Josh Allen. I think they propelled Josh Allen to like superstardom overnight after one good season. At least Lamar Jackson had a playoff. He went to the playoffs, ended up losing in the first round. The next year, coming back, winning MVP, winning into the playoffs at least one game. You know what I'm saying? And now he's still. So he got a bigger body of work than Josh Allen, just to me, in my opinion.
Agreed.
So I got Josh Allen at number 4. I got the Bills at number 4, and then, man, I got the Pats at number 5, man. Listen, so I had to think about this, right, because I've always had a disdain for the Patriots. Always. I just didn't like the Patriots. And I think it was the Tom Brady effect, you know what I'm saying? Kind of like the Kobe effect for me. I never liked Kobe, but I had to respect him because he was such a dog.
Yep.
It's the same thing. Like, I never liked Brady, but I had to respect him because he was such a dog. And then I was like, well, Tom Brady gone, so why don't I still like the Patriots? Then I didn't like the way they did Cam Newton. I think they should at least have let him have the opportunity to come in and be the starter. And if he didn't play well, then you have grounds of not letting that man play. But it wasn't no behavioral issue or anything like that. So I think they should have given him a fair shake. I don't think they gave him a fair shake.
I think it was he's an alpha male. And I don't think Jones would have excelled as he has if it's like me when I was here, when I was still in the Army, and I was an EO rep. Y'all was EOL and what's the other MRT. So they gave my job to a lower enlisted and basically told me to walk away because I taught the class better. And you know me, I'm a people's person. That's why. That people don't realize. Like, if I'm teaching a class something, bro, I'm going to really study it. The E5 was just like, oh, this. So I feel like it was an alpha male thing. Because like we were talking about earlier with the Carolina Panthers. I'm sorry, PJ, your time is done for now. Because the attention is going to be on Cam Newton. Because you're not going to just let Cam Newton be on somebody's team and be like on a bench like this. It's just not going to sit well with people. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's not going to sit well.
Cam even said it. He was like, it's just because of who I am. I'm so polarizing. And I get it. Like, me sitting behind somebody, it would have certain fans like, well, put Cam in. Especially after a loss, every press conference, you got to worry about them asking about Cam Newton. So I did get it from that perspective, but that's why I really had disdain for the Patriots this year because I feel like they should have at least gave Cam that chance to be the starter, right? So what, man? Listen, I mean, the Pats is rolling, and they beat the starch out of the Browns.
Yes.
And let me tell you, man, Jared Goff, Carson Wentz, and Baker Mayfield, they the same person, bro.
They are.
They the same person.
Just different ages.
One weekend they can show up and be world beaters, and the next 3 weeks they will be trash.
Agreed 100%.
You know what I'm saying? So, I got to put the Pats there, and if the Kansas City Chiefs beat the Cowboys, I'm going to have to put them in the top 5. Man,
so you know what? You can't really – we got to see how the game go. So you can lose a tight game and still not be better than another team that makes any sense.
No, you're absolutely right, but at the same time, like Kansas City, for a while, we were looking at Kansas City like –
Bro, we were like, what are y'all doing? Like, what are y'all doing?
But they came out and they handled business versus the Raiders, and they looked like the old Kansas City.
I think karma's hitting the Raiders right now. I think karma's hitting that team bad. I think it's karma hitting that team. The way the NFL did them, I mean, I'm not nothing against Carr because Carr stood up for all his teammates when everything went down. I will give him that much. He stood up for his coach and everybody that since stuff happened, everybody on the team getting released. But I think Karma is really hitting that team right now, bro. They getting beat across the face, like literally in the game and off the field now.
But it shows, you know what I'm saying? Like I watched that whole game from beginning to end, and I mean Derek Carr looked like the old Derek Carr though.
Yep.
The Derek Carr that we would have, put him in the same
Yep.
sentence as those other three quarterbacks that
Yep.
we just talked about, the
Yep.
Carson Wentz's. You know
Yep.
what I'm saying? Like he was playing way better, but this last game he just reverted back to his lowest self. Like two of those passes he threw in the air to nobody. He just threw it up and like half the ball.
So my question is, do you think he trying to get traded somewhere?
I mean, I don't know. I don't know. Like I don't think Derek Carr is like. I'm gonna tell you the truth. I would put Derek Carr on the same level as Matt Stafford. Don't get me wrong.
But yeah, see, the thing is, that's a longevity quarterback. Like they're not going to be a superstar. They're going to be. They're a Jay Cutler.
Yeah, listen.
So
they can win.
yeah.
In the right situation, they can win you games.
Yeah.
But if they got to go out there every weekend and win you games, you in trouble.
You're going to lose. You're going to lose.
So again, my top five for the AFC, I got the Titans first. I mean, you can interchange the Baltimore Ravens, the Bills, however you feel.
Mine was the same way.
Then I got the Pats. So Titans 1, Baltimore 2, Bills 3, Pats 4, and no, I had somebody else right here. I guess I got Kansas City at my number 5 right now.
You said Chargers.
Yeah, there you go.
You said Chargers.
My bad.
See, I be listening to you, bro. I be listening. You said Chargers. I remember.
I got Chargers number 4. I still got Chargers number 4.
Yep.
The Steelers was there, but whenever you tie to the worst team in the league, bro, you on trial right now. You on your Kyle Rittenhouse right now. You on trial. You know what I'm saying? So
Definitely.
it is what it is.
Definitely.
Moving on to the NFC. All right, man. Hey, man, listen. I think you was looking at my paper because we really got it the same, right?
No.
Yeah, I mean, I got it here, and when you were talking, I wasn't right.
We literally right? We watched football this weekend and watched this crap unfold. That like I remember I was sending pictures. I was sending pictures of every game I was watching. I'm like, yo, look at this. Look, I'm like, yo, what the hell just happened? You know what I'm saying? We were all watching.
It's crazy because you would think, like Aaron Rodgers would have some ring rust, right? Because when Dak came back, he had ring rust. You could tell.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't play. He didn't play well. He was missing receivers high, missing them low.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Overthrowing them, just not being comfortable in the pocket. Man, Aaron Rodgers, man, that boy walked back out there on that field and say, "Vaccine where?"
Hey,
vaccine out.
Didn't have a mask on either.
Hey, look, so I mean, he just came back out there and looked good. Looked good. So I gotta have Green Bay at number 1, and I know how that probably make you feel because I know that they are your mortal enemies. But
yes, they're number 1.
You gotta call a spade, right?
Yep.
And I got the Cardinals number 2, right?
Yep.
Not because I mean the Cardinals actually came out and looked pretty bad this week, right?
Yes.
I mean Cam Newton made them boys look like they were made them look like a college team.
Yes.
And at the end of the day, we all understand that they wasn't 100%, right?
Yep.
They still missing Kyler Murray, DeAndre Hopkins still, nursing his hamstring, so they not at full strength. But I do think when they're 100%, like I think they might still be the best team in the league. But I gotta have them at number 2 right now because on a week-to-week basis, Green Bay has looked better in the last 2 weeks. And I had Tampa, man. I had Tampa. I wanted to put Tampa over Dallas. I'm trying to I'm trying to handle Dallas with they fragile, right? So I don't ever want to put them too high and then they let me down. So I had Tampa in front of Dallas, but after this performance, man, it back in blood. He was on his Shiesty. He was
bro.
like, y'all fired me, and I
I
probably wasn't the problem.
yep,
He know that Matt
yep.
Ryan probably ain't the guy that they think that he is, and he gave Matt Ryan fits all day long. I haven't seen Matt Ryan play that bad. Now I've seen Matt Ryan play some stinkers,
Bro.
but not as bad as he played that game. Like he had Matt Ryan all out of sorts, man. Matt Ryan was missing high, missing low, being late with the throws, throwing interceptions, all kinds of stuff, man. So
So my question is about old Matty Ice. What should they do after this season?
Listen, man. I think it's a. You know what that situation remind me of, because I like to draw. I like to draw parallels to other situations that I've already seen. That situation looked just like the Jerry Jones and Tony Romo situation to me. Like they got too close. They got too close. Like Tony Romo is married to Jerry Jones' daughter.
Yeah,
granddaughter, something like that.
Something like that. Yep.
You know what I'm saying? They got too close. And I think Matt Ryan and the ownership is too close. So they don't look at Matt Ryan for who he is. They look at him for what he was.
I think the Giants was the same way with Eli.
With Eli, exactly. Like when somebody's there so long, especially when they take you to a Super Bowl, you're willing to stay with that person longer. You know what I'm saying? You'll get rid of the coach before you get rid of the talent. You'll get rid of the coach before you get rid of the quarterback every time.
Yep.
Right? And that's just what it is right now. So I don't know, man. They need to either reach into the draft or do what the Rams did. The Rams say, damn the draft. I'm going to just get the best players who on the free agency market.
I feel like they gave up too much, but whatever.
I mean, it's like, okay. I mean, because you got to think about it. This might be a quarterback friendly market getting ready to come. I don't think Russell Wilson gonna stay with the Seahawks.
So, if you remember, before we drafted Justin Fields, we tried to get him in Chicago.
Yeah.
And I was surprised. And I was like, a black quarterback, Chicago, you gonna try to get Russell Wilson? I'm like, because that would be great for us. Me personally. I mean, I've loved this guy from day one since he's been in the NFL. And I was like, yo.
And at the end of the day, Russ wouldn't be like surprised in the weather. You know what I'm saying? Because it's real cold in Chicago.
Bro.
And it's always rainy and kind of cold in Seattle.
Fuck raining. It's snowing up there all the time. Shit, I lived there 3 years, man. Look.
So the environment isn't too different. And Chicago is a bigger market than Seattle. It just is.
Definitely.
And you know what they always bring up with Russ? Well, he has a superstar wife, so she want to go to a bigger city. And
Chicago is the perfect place for her. But now we can't shop the idea. We're not going to bench Justin Fields now to get Russ Wilson. Let's be real. It's not happening.
No, y'all out of the picture. But Atlanta is a booming market. It's the black mecca, right? So just think about it.
I think the problem would be that. Let me say the problem with that would be Future.
Her and Future be in the same city.
We'll see we'll see the unchristian side of Russell come out if they move to Atlanta. I think that's the problem, because he's been doing so much as a family man with them. And I'm gonna tell everybody in a minute, look, I'm different. I take care of my kids regardless how I get along with their mamas, right? This dude running around with a lot of kids, bro. He got us beat. He got a lot of kids.
So hit me out, man. I think Russell and Will Smith is the same person. I'll just leave it at that.
I don't think Sierra did him that bad. She not compared to Jada though.
No, but I do think Sierra is like a alpha. So
yes.
It's like, I'm gonna do what my wife wants me to do.
Now, yes, but I don't think.
I'm not saying anything's wrong with that. But when you're a yes man, sometimes you be out there looking kind of crazy, right? Because you keeping your masculine frame, sometimes you gotta be like, listen, that's not what I'm doing. And if I'm not doing it, you're not doing it, right? And that's just maybe an old school way of thinking to me. But I do think like Russell Wilson and Will Smith is that same archetype. Like they are the epitome of how a woman want a man to act. But then when that woman get that type of man, they like, he too nice. You know what I'm
telling you right now, bro. Will better than me. I'm gonna leave it at that. I mean, I know Will ain't no angel. I know Will Smith ain't an angel. I don't know what he did to her back in the day, but I'm telling you right now, you're not going to come up every week with a new story and put it online about our life. It's not happening, bro. Like, your kids are grown. You're worth more than she is. Bro, leave. Your kids are grown. Leave. Leave whatever is yours, and you could buy the house. Let's be real here. You know what I'm saying? Y'all both got money. You're a fucking, I'm sorry, hip hop legend also, slash one of the best sitcoms of all time. And, right, you know what I'm saying? Like, you every time I'm on TV, bro, you're gonna disrespect me. If that make any sense? I'm not gonna wake up every morning and see like Jada said this and that and this. Not to be online every day talking about my wife didn't make me no eggs, so I went slept with this motherfucker. No, bro, you ain't gonna keep coming up talking about I was lonely, we was going through this, and you no, bro.
Listen, man, listen. You know, I know this is going away from football, but like you got somebody like the baby and how he handled his relationship.
I saw your post. I saw your post.
Totally wrong, right?
Yes.
And then you got somebody like Will, the way he handled his relationship. Sometimes you gotta be in the middle of that. Sometimes you can't be too easy,
bro.
And you can't be that extreme. You
bro.
know what I'm saying? Sometimes you gotta find that happy.
Only thing I agree with the baby did was videotape. But when he said all that crap he was saying, out of pocket, bro. Now the only thing I agree with is the videotaping, because we all know how it can go down. If you don't tape it, oh, he knocked me out, did this and that. You know what I'm saying? That's the only part I agree with. But the whole, when he was calling her, I'm like, bruh, you tripping.
But at the end of the day, you know, I mean, man, women got their penalties in the bunch with that. But I always say, hey, man, you got to take it back to personal accountability, right? Just like he's being a immature little ass boy right now. Understand that she made those grown up decisions to lay down with a little ass boy. So there is blame to go on both sides.
Oh yeah.
You can't just spin it one way.
Definitely.
You know what I'm saying? Because it's the same way. Women will turn a blind eye when it comes to the Jada situation. Oh well, they've been together for so long and Jada gotta do this. They found ways to pacify that situation, but then they'll turn around and be like, the baby is the worst person to do it. Like, nah, take personal accountability.
Bro.
And we'll just leave it at that,
like,
right?
It's definitely been that way, and it's crazy. It's crazy because it's been that way, like exactly how you just said it, bro. That's the crazy thing about it. Like it went from you looking around like, hey, but they were together for so long. Tupac is already dead. Blah 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 blah. I'm looking like, so we just gonna we'll bypass yourself with this other dude that was her kid's friend. We gonna talk about that, okay? Because they weren't together at the moment, but they were still legally married. All right, okay. All right.
Listen, man. It's called confirmation bias. Like, you know, when you see something that you agree with, you're gonna agree with it, and you're gonna go with it. You know what I'm saying? And we all have those human traits that we always try to identify with a certain group or something that we agree with. But at the same time, the best you can be the more you can be objective of a situation and take yourself out of it and just look at it for what it is, the black and white of it, then you're able to diagnose situations so much better, right?
But you know what? Man, you know what nobody else did take? You know what I thought about? What the heck? What was it? I was finna dang. What was it? The Augustine moment. No one talk about that anymore. It died off too.
That was yesterday's year. That was yesterday's news, and yeah, she did it, but you know, it is what it is. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? That's just how it goes. But you know, like Russ to Atlanta, I think that's a real thing, and Russ to Atlanta makes more sense than Rodgers to Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? I don't think Rodgers is that type of Atlanta type quarterback. You know what I'm saying? But I also didn't see Brady with Tampa Bay. I didn't see him in Florida either. But weirder things has happened. And then, all right, so I got Dallas at 3, then I have Tampa at 4, and then I got the Rams, right? Like, man, listen, you know, I was thinking after they acquired OBJ and they acquired Von Miller that it was probably going to be at the top of my list. And then, you know, of course, it was only the first game when they had, you know, their full power, but they went out there, and the 49ers always play the Rams really tough. But the 49ers really manhandled the Rams. Like, I'm talking about, you ever seen a pit bull fight a chihuahua? Well, I haven't, but it was ugly. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Like, the 49ers just went out there and ragdolled their ass.
They did.
It wasn't close.
No.
They beat them from the first quarter all the way to the fourth quarter. It was was never a quarter where I was like, okay, the Rams can actually mount a comeback. Nope. Nope. And what's crazy to me is everybody know the 49ers formula. The 49ers ain't about to go out here and throw the ball all over the field. And if they throw the ball, they throwing it to George Kittle. So or DJ Samuel, right? Like Debo Samuel. Like
Man,
that's who they throwing it to.
that's the number one receiver. And Kittle.
They're not throwing 60 yards down the field. They throwing those intermediate routes.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And they know the formula. They play them twice a year. And the 49ers just went out there and just utterly manhandled them.
Agreed.
And it was strange.
Yes.
It was strange.
It was.
That looked like how the Saints beat up on the Bucks. Like,
mm-hmm.
I just,
yeah.
maybe because they play them twice a year, they just got their number.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe that's what it is.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I could maybe write it off as they just got their number.
Mm-hmm.
But as of right now, they got to be at my number 5, man. They got to be at my number 5. So, yeah, man, the NFC looking more solid than the AFC right now because the AFC, man, they playing three-quart Monty right now. I don't know what the hell I'm looking at.
Bro. It's, to me, oh, Lord, they say Chris Tucker owe taxes. Bro, I just saw this news flash. What the fuck, man? Don't do that.
Here come Rush Hour 4.
Hey. They say he owes taxes from 2002, bro.
From 2002? Hey, well, all you gotta do is call Wesley, and Wesley will tell him, hey, pay them taxes.
$9.6 million, bro.
Man. He better come out with another special or something.
Hey, guess what you laughing? Guess where the money's from? Originally. Rush Hour 1.
Rush Hour 1. Yeah. Damn. That's crazy. Yeah. So, man, it is 21:15 at this moment. It's 9:15.
I don't know about that 21:15, whatever. But, yeah.
I'm going to go ahead and get ready to sign off.
We got Thanksgiving next week, huh?
Yeah. Thanksgiving next week.
But we got Thanksgiving games, though.
But Thanksgiving is on Thursday, right? Or is it on Wednesday?
It's Thursday, right? But I don't know if everybody leaving. Like, I'm staying home. I ain't going nowhere. You know, I ain't.
Yeah, I think we just gotta put it in the group chat, see if everybody be able to get on. You know, cause I might not travel to Thursday morning, or I might travel Wednesday night. So I don't know yet. But man, anytime I can pod, man, I'm a pod, man. Cause like I said, bro, like this is what I want to do. You know, while I'm in the military and ultimately when I'm done with the military, man, I want to pod. I got so much to talk about. Like our group chat was lit earlier today. And we had a slew of topics that we were talking about that had nothing to do with football. And
well, man, we did one last year. Me, Willits, and all of us. We did a Zoom call. We did one on, bruh. It was when Audrey shooting happened. That's when we did like a 2-hour thing, and I want to do that again. I was thinking about that today. Maybe this Dolph stuff hit me. I tell my man, he wasn't my favorite artist. You know me, my DMX is my best artist, ever. Even though he just died this year, but like I like his music, you know what I'm saying. But I wanted when we was all talking about the chat today, dude. I want to talk about like that online with people, like.
Man, listen, that's why, like I was, referring that book that I was referring to you guys, like, man, it's like 17 hours long. So I know ain't nobody got those 17 hours to sit around, but like I periodically listen to it.
I'm retired. I do. Huh?
But man, I already put the name in the chat, man. If you get a chance, look into it, and it's not gonna be mind blowing because man, you've been around for a while and you've seen some of these things, happen, but they kind of shed further light on it, and it's just like wow, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm in awe in every chapter that they're talking about, and it's going over a lot of stuff. So. Yeah, man, and that's just what I want to do, man. Like, I'm always trying to learn. I'm always trying to get better. But, yeah, if we have a pod like that, I totally agree because I think we all got a voice and an articulate way of explaining some things. But not only that, getting to that DMX topic that you was talking about, like, man, he made that song Letter to My Son. That song is so fire. So fire.
Yes.
So fire, you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So, trust me.
And the thing is, people try to judge him so much, and I'm like, your auntie the same way he was in real life. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to drugs, you know what I'm saying? But everybody think just because he used drugs, he wasn't a human being. But he did more good than bad. I try to tell people, you know what I'm saying? So I don't get that with people. Like y'all would go rather go find y'all like me. Something happened to me right now. First thing somebody gonna say is he was probably running his mouth and got shot instead of trying to find the whole situation. You know what I'm saying? Just because who I am, they'll be like, he probably run his mouth and get shot. Versus find out like, oh yo, he got robbed and got killed. You know what I'm saying? But that's just an example how people will think all the time. You know, I had some friends die over time, and they actually died over some bullshit, and they had nothing to do with it. And I'm like, yo, was he drunk? No, he was sober. I'm like, man, you know what I'm saying? But people always want to think the worst of everything, you know, and then, but
And a lot of times, I think, you know what I'm saying, we as people, we see it so much that we kind of lose empathy.
mm-hmm,
You know what I'm saying? We lose empathy and sympathy
mm-hmm,
for, you know, the parties that it happened to, right? You know what I'm
mm-hmm,
saying? Like, you know, I remember the housing crisis in like 2008, man. I was legit, right? I was
mm-hmm,
legit. But the media painted it as the people who was losing their houses was deadbeat people who was living above their means and
mm-hmm,
all this stuff. And that was far from the truth. But that's what the media was telling people. You know
mm-hmm,
what I'm saying? So you have to be wary of the narrative and really like do your homework before you can say these people were lazy because
mm-hmm.
that wasn't what was happening. You know, it was banks being giving out predatory loans that they know people would default on. You know,
Bro.
and that's another situation. You know, a whole nother
No,
subject
no,
for
no.
another.
And glad you say that. You know what Walmart pays down here?
What?
$12.50, bro.
Mm.
You can't put gas in the BMW $12.50, bro.
And I got a Mercedes sitting outside, so
You,
I
you,
know you.
but
I
you know what I'm
know
saying?
what you're
Like,
saying is true.
bro, you can't put gas in my car. Like, but that's the rates they're going. I'm looking at them like, who gonna work there? What the fuck wrong with you? You know what I'm saying? Like, who? And you expect people to get houses and live in this? Come on, bro. No, bro.
Exactly.
That's
Yeah,
them.
but man, like maybe we can talk about it in a group chat. Maybe we can, you know what I'm saying, do a off the topic. You know what I'm saying?
I'm
Like,
with it.
just kind of traverse a little bit and talk about real world issues as opposed to football, right? Because we all live in reality, and football only happens one time a weekend.
Mm-hmm.
One time on Sunday, one time on Monday, and then one time on Thursday. But
Nope.
in reality,
You got Thursday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. You got college too.
I don't watch college football, so it's not a Saturday event for me until like the bowl games happen. Hey, listen, man, listen. I was telling people for the longest that Alabama is going to beat Georgia, and Georgia is going to get put out of the top four. But unfortunately, the way it's stacking up now, Alabama is still going to beat Georgia, but Georgia's going to fall to number four, and they're going to stay in the playoffs.
Hey, so, right? I saw that. I saw they move how they moved it now as Georgia, Bama, Oregon, Ohio State. I'm like, oh Lord, what y'all doing?
Listen, I wanted Georgia to be out of the playoff because I do think Alabama's going to beat them, but at the end of the day, they still going to show up at number four. So they may play each other again. So it's going to be tough that second game around. But I think Bama is going to dog walk Georgia when they play them. Just my opinion.
We's going to see. We's going to see.
But yeah, man, I'm getting ready to sign off, man. As always, Dale, man. Yo, this was amazing, bro. This was amazing. I'm glad you came up with this topic, right? So thank you, brother.
Yep, I'll holler you later, bro.
Yes, sir.
All right.